Thanks for clicking on Total Harmonic Distortion channel. Today we're going to take a look at the Wampler Equator parametric EQ pedal. Okay, this pedal has a bass, two sweepable mid controls, and a treble, as well as a volume control. With all the controls about level, you can see there's a little dip in the bass, a little dip in the highs. This is beyond 20 kilohertz, so we can't hear that. There's a dip there, and a little boost in the mids. Not too bad. You turn it off, it's nice and flat, and there's absolutely no change in volume, which means there's a good buffer in this thing. Alright, the bass control kicks the bass up, maybe. We'll drop the volume so I don't clip like that. Bass controls the bass maybe around 120 hertz. It's a peaking bass. The treble also peaks at maybe 6-7K. We'll drop that. And you have two peaking mids. The first mid control is stated to be 238 hertz to 5K hertz. So okay, that's about 238, and we'll go up to here like 5K. Yeah, that's kind of in line, as from what I can see. And it looks like there is about, I don't know, like a 15 dB boost and maybe a 15 dB cut on this particular mid control 1. We'll level that out and move over to mid control 2, which states it's 480 to 4.8K. So we'll kick this one up. This one peaks a whole bunch more. 480. Let me see. 2, 3, 4, 5. That seems a little high. It seems to be more like 550 for me. It could be component tolerances or whatever. And I'll move that all the way up. And the peaking goes up a bit there. And it tops off at 2, 3, 4, 4K. 2, 3. That is 5K. Okay, so it's 4.8. I can see that. As I said, it seems like it peaks quite a bit more, and it's distorting right now. On the higher frequencies, as you can see, it goes down. Oh, there's a peak there. It goes up and down a bit. So it kind of ranges from there to there, and there seems to be a bigger peak right around there. And it seems like it's distorting. So let's quickly move over to Harmonic Analyzer, and we'll take a look at the actual distortion. We'll kick this down a bit, and I use this quite a bit for developing the software just because it's easy to kind of peek it out and get a distortion kind of thing like this. As you can see, I'm distorting about 1.5 kilohertz, which will give me a second order harmonic at 3, and then the next one 4.5, and then 6, and then so on and so forth. And as I sweep that, I gotta hit the sweep control and kick the volume up a little more. You can see it kind of follows along with that. Okay, we can double boost something, so and get even more distortion on this thing. As you can see in this thing in the center, you can see the waveform is actually clipping quite a bit. We'll get a little more volume here so you can see a little bit better, see what it's doing. So we're only clipping the mids right now, which shows you kind of what we're seeing in the graph. We pull the mids down, you can see it's only clipping a little bit in the mids, and you can sweep that around if I get the right control. And it's still clipping a little bit on the bottom here. And yeah, so that's the Equator pedal. It's a real handy device. I find this useful for putting in the effects loop of an amp to kind of reduce the volume so I can get a quieter volume, and then also kind of kick the tone a little bit better for me. I like parametric EQs over graphic EQs a lot, but that's just me. So I guess we go over to browser mode and take a look at what these things go for. We're looking at about $200 at Sweetwater. Shopping. used about 150, 160. So yeah, cold value pretty good. Um, I find it really useful, and it's been really useful for developing the software. And it's a very musical EQ device that I find quite useful. Well, anyways, thanks for tuning in, and please subscribe.